Thanks very much everyone for joining us up in the bar. Mike's very kindly joined us, sponsored by Woodland Creations, head coach sponsored Matty Davies. Matty, after what's been a euphoric night back in the Hull Ice Arena, I've got to ask, what did he say to the guys ahead of tonight after last night?
Well, I was banned, so nothing. Again. Now, look, I think tonight is just a great night for the game in general, and obviously, you know, to see it so busy up here, and obviously it's great, but obviously tonight I think it's to get that many fans in, and you know, generally I think the game meant nothing really, but it's just about the celebration, I guess, of the year, and obviously on Leeds as well and what they've been able to do. And yeah, it was a good game. I thought both teams played well, and it was, you know, a game that sort of at the end of the year you could see sort of not becoming a game like that, but it was nice to see that the fans got, you know, real effort from both sides, and obviously everyone loves a little bit of overtime and penalty shots. So yeah, look, the lads have, you know, they've been through quite a bit over the past 24 hours, and you know, it's always nice to come home and see so many people here supporting the boys, and yeah, just, you know, good win again. We needed it.
Obviously, no one can really blame the players, I think, if we didn't get a game as exciting as that, but for a team that's obviously missing players versus a team that's obviously going to be managing players, how much can you read into tonight's game to what we might see in 13 days' time against the Knights in the playoffs?
Nothing. Look, that's the intensity is going to go up a lot. That game tonight, yeah, obviously both teams want to win, but there's going to be, you know, a real difference in speed and a real difference in aggression over the next 3 weeks. And look, it's like I said, tonight it's just a good night for the league and us and Leeds. And you can always enjoy a night like that, but I think there's always obviously one eye on the next coming 3 weeks. That's been the message for a long time now. You know, we spoke after last night a little bit after the, you know, what went on, and it was just about, look, just, you know, understanding where we are and what we're looking to do. You know, tonight's not the end goal. It's obviously in 3-4 weeks' time, hopefully. So yeah, it's one of them. You've got to get through it in the right way, and obviously we did, and it was great to see, you know, everyone played well, and obviously, look, to win at home's always good, but yeah, I don't think you can read into anything for what the game is going to be like in 2 weeks' time against them. You know, intensity and players playing different amount of minutes is going to be the real key to that. But look, we've played a lot of games against them over the past, you know, few years, and we know how intense them games are. But you know, before we even get there, we've got to look to where we are on Saturday as the first point of call for us. So yeah, that'll be obviously the, you know, the goal this week, and the talk will be going into this weekend.
On note, you know, it's a season series against the Leeds Knights tied now at 3 apiece. If you obviously exclude the non-competitive games in the Yorkshire Cup as well, so obviously that's a bonus, you know, just in terms of mind frame, you know, heading into the playoffs. But looking ahead to Peterborough then, in terms of bodies, first of all, I know that the players under review by Docs, we won't know anything until midweek regarding them, but in terms of the players who are, you know, injury precautions, obviously we saw Johnny rested last night. There's still a couple of players missing, obviously Dave being one of them. Sort of how do you see sort of, you know, what the chances of those guys being available? Obviously Johnny's been managed throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, you know, last night was, you know, about going there with, you know, resting the players that we could. Tonight was, you know, was not on, you know, the plan, but it changed, and you know, we've had to deal with it. So yeah, it's look, fingers crossed we get everyone. Obviously the bands are the bands, but that aside, it's, you know, we want and need everybody back, and yeah, hopefully we can get through this week good, and we get everybody back, because we're going to need everybody. It's going to take everybody, and yeah, like I say, I think us with a full strength team is a different thing. Like every team is. Yeah, everyone needs all their players. So yeah, fingers crossed we get everybody.
Final question will just be about the preparation. How difficult is it going to be for you to prepare for this week? So obviously, guys won't be back on the ice until Wednesday morning, but you've got sort of 2.5 days now to start preparing, where you're not actually going to know who's going to be available.
It's going to be a couple of nights of not a great amount of sleep and a little bit of anxiety for, hearing what could be. Look, I just thought, again, common sense is applied here. I think there's been a lot of opinions on what happened last night. I know what happened, I was there. I know exactly why it went like it did. And the fault is not on my players one bit. So, yeah, look, we get what we get and we'll deal with it, and that's what we have to do. And Bobby is obviously one that is looking at something. So, look, it is what it is. It's a shame that lad's more gutted than anybody. And yeah, we just hope for the best on it. And hopefully we can have everybody playing in playoffs that should be playing in playoffs. I think the league wants that, in my opinion. I think everyone should be playing because, these sorts of games that are coming at the end of the year, let's be fair here, there really are a real potential to go into a real silly situation like we saw, and none of it needed to happen. So, yeah, fingers crossed. We'll all be looking at it closely. Hopefully, we get a good decision for ourselves, which we don't usually do. So it'd be nice if we do this time. So excited. I think everyone should be. I think it's look, we've had a lot of busy rinks over the past few weeks, and it's just thanks to everybody for supporting us, and and this year's been unreal. I just want to say thanks to everybody that's in the room at the minute, but everyone that comes to the rink and supported the lads. I think that they know when they're out there that you guys are behind us, and look, we want nothing more than to do what we need to do in these playoffs to go through to Coventry, and we'll be doing everything that we can to get there. So yeah, thanks to everybody, and we'll see everybody next week.
Everybody, great response.